out of. Okay,
Yeah, and does
tyres,
it matter?
oil,
If they're
carbon
supporting
fibre,
something, let them support it. You know, it's something that we all love, so they're supporting it. I think that there's something icky about, and I don't like using the term icky, but there is something icky about a company greenwashing. You know, it's like about a company like,
I think that's the thing.
It's like trying to profit off your own thing, but it's not really working in that respect. But from Shell's perspective, I guess it's like a tick box in, look, we're trying to do. We know that we dig up the earth and suck with a straw all of the oil out of it, but we're trying to support something that, you know, they're not supporting the drag racing series, are they? They're trying to support.
No. The weather.
Yeah, exactly. Mate, can you introduce this one actually?
Yeah, I can. I need a little bit of. I need to pick me up. Sorry.
Yeah, right. So this is okay. So this is going to be big.
Help us out, folks. If you're listening, watching, just shoot a message over, because sometimes we need the vibes to be higher, and it might translate into this episode.
Is it
I feel
Bruce
like it
Buffer?
will.
He does the UFC ones.
Oh, we have to pay too much. We have to pay too much for that. Let's get ready. Well, that's very good. To rock that one.
Yeah, that bloke.
Yeah. Huh?
That's what we need at the start of this episode.
I think he's copyrighted that.
Has he actually?
I don't think you can say Rumble anymore. I think he took it. I'm only messing.
You have to pay. You have to pay every time.
Yeah, you have to pay the WWE.
It just comes out of your account.
Yeah, Rumble fee.
Yeah. Imagine it just comes out. Oh fuck.
Yeah. Watch your tongue. All right, folks. Big up. Welcome to TLC 67. We appreciate you being here, listening, engaging with the pod.
Yeah.
Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, shoot us a quick review. Let's just start right there. Let's get into it. Shoot us a little review. Leave a comment down below. We had a load of people commenting spaghetti, which I couldn't figure out until someone told me at the weekend. Because you said in the last episode, comment something below, like spaghetti. And then all these people started saying spaghetti. And I was like, what is going on? Why is it?
It worked.
It did work. We got a lot of spaghetti comments. So yeah, comment
Thanks for
below.
the spaghetti, dude.
Comment below hamburgers. Let's see what happens.
He comes straight out of the gate with it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, maybe it's good. Maybe it's good to have like clear instructions.
Yeah, I feel like we ask a lot of our listeners sometimes, but yeah, commenting hamburgers is
with all the
not
subscribing and
right?
unsubscribing. Jesus, it's like they got homework. I got mud all on my face. Do you know why I've got that all on my face?
It's probably biking.
Yeah, it's biking. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It is biking, and I've got to say I really enjoyed it. Biking.
You've been out just now, right?
Yeah, just went out now, and I generally really enjoy it. But you know, do you have like rides where you're just like, oh, dude, it's actually the bomb, man.
Yeah,
it's
I had a few
bomb.
of those recently. I think hopping back onto that Ebe, had a few of those now.
Yeah.
I've had a few of those now. Where I'm like,
it's
so much fun. I just want to go back out. Dude, you know how many people are jealous of you right now? Like, it's Monday morning, you know, it's 11th? I don't know what time it is, 12? Oh, nearly 1 o'clock. And you're like, I've been out riding. Yeah,
I know. Yeah,
you should really.
Real spoilt brat, absolutely. But I haven't ridden for, it feels like a long time.
Really?
So I've been away, I've been in...
oh yeah, you've been up in Scotland.
I tell you what, I feel a bit ill. And I wonder whether there's anything in. And you've just done a show as well, haven't you? So you probably feel
today, bruv.
I've got a theory, right? So, I did the GL5. I came home for 2 nights, and then I went away to Scotland.
Yep.
And basically, if you spend, what's the longest stint you've done where it's a different bed every single night? Because I've pretty much done that. I think I did 2 in my own bed, and then straight to Scotland for another 4 in different beds.
Different beds in Scotland as well?
Yeah, 2 different locations. So maybe I did 2 nights in one of them. But anyway, it's like, I think it's bad for you. I think loads of different beds. I can't. You want the bed to be the same.
Your body doesn't know what's going. I mean, it's like your bumhole in a way. Like,
sorry,
like,
no, please elaborate. Yeah,
no,
I'd love to hear. No. I would really like to hear about your bumhole. Yeah,
dude,
please.
Everyone's thinking the same thing. Everyone's thinking it. The bumhole.
The bumhole, yeah.
Knows when it's on its home turf.
Does
it? It knows when it's a home game. Yeah, it does, dude. You're away. You're doing this, that, and the other. You have like mediocre poos. You get home and the bumhole's just like, let's go.
Really? Yeah.
Do
The
you not think
bumhole
that?
knows. My bumholes just fucking loves everywhere it goes.
I'd love to.
My
Hear,
bumhole.
All right, let's hear from the people below. Like, does your bumhole like love a home game like mine does? Mine
My
knows.
bumhole's like
when I turn my street, dude, my belly's going like, we're ready.
Oh,
Let's
I know
go.
what you mean. Yeah, I think in my bumhole's Tinder bio it says I love travel, and I don't care where.
Wow, mine doesn't say that.
My bumhole just it goes wherever and it just deals with it. Yeah.
Mine doesn't say that, dude. Mine says like hermit. Basically,
really? Your bumhole loves it at home. Yeah,
loves it at home. Yeah, it does genuinely loves it at home. But yeah, dude, yeah. All right, let's go back. Different beds. I can't think. I couldn't think of.
Does your bumhole like different beds?
It likes different.
Is this somehow
sheets.
linked to you shitting the bed?
Oh mate, I stayed in the worst hotel this weekend. Holy shit!
Did you?
The
Why?
worst.
What
were your hotels like? What are your hotels like in Scotland? I feel like all right, Focus, Cut Media. I think nice hotels.
Yeah, one of them was 40 Towers ish.
Okay.
One of them actually, I want to talk to you about one of them. Actually, it's called Citizen M. I've stayed in a few now.
Ooh.
Have you ever
seen the Citizen M? Yeah, I've seen it. Are they like really like? Is it like black and red color scheme everywhere?
Yeah, real trendy.
Yes, I've stayed in the Citizen M. You know where I stayed in Citizen M? In Paris.
Did you? Yeah, nice.
Yeah, they make nice pens. You didn't get any pens, did you? Because I've lost all mine.
Yeah, I got pen.
Is it a triangle?
Yep, triangle. I've got a triangle pen. You can have it.
No shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
really?
All yours, dude. Yeah, I've got it in my bag. Yeah, I nicked it.
Dude, they're the best pens.
Yeah,
they are
yeah.
the best.
I'll keep it
the
for you,
triangle
dude.
is like the
It's ergonomic,
best
isn't it?
shape for a pen. It doesn't make sense doing it.
How do you hold
circle.
a pen?
Oh,
I think it's like between 3 fingers, which would suggest a triangle is the best, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Breaking it down, dude. Ergonomics.
Yes, that's what people came for.
The ride companion breaking
Pen
down
talk.
ergonomics. Have you ever had a bent?
I feel like this is the OCD episode.
ADHD episode. Have you ever had a bent brake lever where it feels like a crossbill? You know, like those birds that have crossbills.
Oh yeah, I have. Yeah.
That feels really bad. Bad
freaks you out,
ergonomics. And then it makes you think what it must be like to be a crossbill.
But also if the brakes are also at different angles, that freaks me out. You know, like if you've had a little crash and you've not knocked it back up or something, and it's like,
what's the purpose of a crossbill's beak? Why is it like it? Is it for crushing nuts? That's what I imagine it is.
Yeah, probably.
Oh dear.
Or for crimping.
Is this a bad episode? Would you say? Like so far, do you like it when it goes like this?
I don't know. I just feel like my brain's going a million miles an hour. Yeah. Even though like good 10 minutes ago before we started, I was thinking, fuck, I'm sleepy, dude.
Yeah,
I'm done. I don't want to do this today.
This is extreme ADHD. Right, the common crossbill specialises in feeding on the seeds of pine trees. Its unusually shaped beak allows it to extract seeds from within pine cones. It will occasionally eat buds and shoots of other plants, while insects can be taken in spring and summer. So there you go, there's the crossbill, dude.
There you go.
Crossbill breakdown.
I don't know what a crossbill is.
A crossbill is a bird with a beak like that. It doesn't look that dissimilar to something that you would see in the hedgerows of the UK, but I don't know where crossbills are actually. This is the problem. This is the problem with the
crossbill.
I don't like that my brain is like this because it's like it's publicly like this on the podcast, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not
Eurasia,
even like,
North Africa, and North America.
Keeping it to yourself, are you? It's going out to a few thousands of people.
I've honestly I've just been having a conversation. One of my close friends he's reading a book on ADHD, and he's 50, I think, and he's just realised or just sort of self-diagnosed himself as having ADHD. And we were just talking about it. He was like, a lot of my friends, I feel as though, are the same.
Yeah.
I feel like generally you sort of like gravitate towards people that are the same as you.
But also I think society and how we live has pushed everyone in that thing where you're always on and you're always looking at stuff. I feel like we've gravitated towards that as a species these days. So a lot of people are like, I've got ADHD, like, I can't, all this information.
Yeah, it's become one of those
addicted
fucking things, isn't it? One of those things to diagnose yourself with.
Well,
but you can't, what I would say is you can't not notice it. hang out with me for a day and try it out. And you can't say you don't.
That'd be a great prize.
Know, yeah, you know what. I've got something up with me for sure.
Yeah,
like, I don't
issues,
care.
Yeah.
Like
I feel like I'm good for you because I make you sit down for like an hour and
it's good, dude. Yeah, it's good. Just shut up.
Chill.
Yeah.
Just like just stay in one spot for an hour. I can imagine like underneath your desk, your feet are just like.
Yeah, I got that leg thing that constantly.
I do imagine. I'll be honest.
I don't mind it though. I think of it as I actually talked to my brother about it. We're like, fuck it. It can be a hindrance, but it can also be a superpower.
That's exactly, again, I said it before, but Max Fredrickson did an episode with him. He talked about it quite a lot, about how he just embraces it now. He's like, I tried fighting it for a few years, trying to figure it out, and he's like, now I just just go with it, just surrender to it, and just try and use it as, like you say, a superpower. There's different elements, different ways ADHD presents itself, isn't there? I don't think it's all probably always positive, but for him,
it definitely isn't. No, it definitely
focuses on stuff and gets things done.
Yeah.
I think anyone that's like probably super successful as well in any sport or any business has probably got something
element
going
of
on.
Something, yeah, absolutely. It's interesting. I also don't know how much I agree with all these diagnoses because I think it's all just part of the human condition. We all like top trumps, aren't we? So you'll be good at one thing, shit at another. It's not like, I don't know. What do you reckon your top trump card looks like?
What are the things? What we got going on? We got like
I don't know.
Durability.
I reckon it's a good question. It's quite a good therapy question. Durability. Durability.
Like, it'd be like love. Be up there in love. Like just got a lot of love for people. A lot of like, you know what I mean? Love for life.
That's nice. Yeah,
I'd be
good.
up
there.
Yeah. What else? What's like a personality trait that you think? I don't know. Drive. That's a good one to have on there, right? I think that'd be. It's come down a lot, but it's still up there, pretty good.
That's sex.
Not
drive,
necessarily a drive. Yeah, that's coming down, but it's started up there. Used to be up there a lot.
Yeah.
Drive.
It's a good exercise.
I like top trump. Maybe we should put a list together of top trumps, and we can make a card, and we can put it out, and people can fill it in.
Yeah. Top trumps of yourself. You're right. The categories are actually quite difficult. That is difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, you could do that if you made it like a Instagram story size, screenshot it, and then you could like put because you can add a photo, can't you? Put your photo there, and then just fill out the little things and just share it.
Yeah. I think Goodyear did it actually for their riders. I think
they have. They've done
They've
done a top trumps card. Yeah, I saw that.
But I think, do you know what I think is actually revealing as well? Is that if you get given I like the fact that you said durability first. It's just such a fucking...
you know, like, what's it mean? Are you durable? What? Durable to what? Life?
But I mean, it's like an evasive thing to say that you are. It's like you're not dealing with anything that you're like. You don't want to be cocky, so you're just like, let's pick something that's just sort of like non-offensive. Durability. There we go. Yeah.
I don't even know what it means, but I'll take it. I am it.
You're durable. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're durable. But it must be. It is revealing of. If a therapist asked that question, I reckon they would wait for you to come up with an answer, and the order in which you answer would be in your theory and what you're either really good at or really bad at. You know what I mean? Like I could say seriousness, very low for Ollie, very low.
Very low.
Not a serious person. Never want to be a serious person. I don't set out to be a serious person, but I would be low in the seriousness.
It is, that would be a good exercise. You know what? We're going to talk about this another time, but not right now. But I've been doing that therapy thing.
Yeah.
And at the start of it, I go every 2 weeks. You do like this exercise where it's like you score yourself like 1 to 4, and there's like probably 30 questions, maybe more, a few more maybe.
1 to 4. Like, so all of the questions are different. And you have to do 1 to 4 and all those.
Yeah, 1 to 4. So it's like, do you feel? And then it's like, how are your stress levels? And you'd be like 2, and then it all goes on this graph. And then before you actually start your therapy session, my therapist's like, right, look at this. This last week he did this. He's never done it before. He's like, actually, let me show you this because I think you'll quite like it. He's like, look, you can see that your anxiety is coming down like after everything. Yeah. He's like, it went up a bit last week, but like it's coming down gradually. and your stress levels are here, and this. It was quite interesting to actually see it like you were saying with the MRI thing, to actually see it like as a
black
graph
and white.
Yeah.
Something so cool about that, isn't there?
Yeah, because I think every week I feel like I answer the questions the same. I'll be like 1 or 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm not. Like, there's little fluctuations in it.
Yeah.
And they're little, but like they are something in it, and on a graph you can see that things are coming down or sometimes going up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Well, we were talking a minute ago about how just like varied humans are. How different we all are. I always think it when I like hang out with like George's sister, for instance, and her boyfriend, absolutely lovely. And I just think but they're so lovely, and then they're so different at the same time. Like, you can see me and George are like so annoying, and like we want to go riding all the time, or we need to do something physical in order to relax,
Okay.
And then you see someone who's on the other end of that spectrum, like really social, amazing in like amazing at just like people. And then we're too fucking like I feel like me
What's
and her.
the word for it? Is it not introvert? It's not introvert. Is
it could be. It could be.
Could be introvert.
Because I think for as much as I tell you where do you fit yourself? Introvert, extrovert. Where do you fit yourself?
Oh wow, great question. Okay.
And there's not really a right answer because
there isn't really, is there? And I think it changes.
I agree. Yeah,
I think it fluctuates a lot, right?
It's fluid,
but I'd say
it?
naturally, I'm more introverted. Grew up not single parent. Yeah, kind of single parent, but not really. 2 parents, but live with one.
Yeah,
more than the other. That's a terrible explanation. What I meant to say was lonely child.
Yeah,
not lonely. Only. Wait.
Are you alright, dude?
Yeah, only child. I was a lonely child, but only child. I think it's called only child, isn't it?
Is it lonely child? Lonely child.
Lonely child.
Yeah, lonely
so I think naturally I'm like fine in my own head. Not in my own head. Oh my god. I'm fine on my own, basically. I don't mind my own space. I don't mind my own, my own company. I'm fine. Like, riding is often a only thing for me a lot of the time. Mainly because of when I ride, friends are at work, etc. It's probably similar to you. So I don't mind that. But then, like, this platform, this thing has pushed me more the other way because you have to be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think with the social, with that, like, I'm more extrovert, and you have to be. But in any social situation, I push myself to. I probably, if you ask other people if I'm introvert or extrovert, they'd be like extrovert for sure. You're always like talkative, always this, that, and the other. Probably similar to you. But then my actual inside, in my core, I'd be like, I'm introvert for sure. I would rather be on my own a lot of the time than be in a social situation. I'd rather be at
Honestly,
home.
I couldn't echo what you said anymore. I don't think. I think like everything. I feel exactly the same way, and I think that for like work.
But some people
and stuff,
are like on all the time. Some people are that person, right? That maybe they live with a bunch of people and everything. Like every social situation's like a flaunting their confidence and stuff like that. I'm not that guy. I'm always, if I go to a social thing, I'm usually the quiet one. But I'll be there. But I'm like the quiet one in the corner.
I agree, but I would say I've just done something that makes me like for this advert. It was super nerve-wracking, and then I actually. It's like a way of dealing with it. Being worried is I'm more of a cock, so I play up more. I act up more. It's almost like a part of being. It's almost like I'm trying to trick myself into not like I don't care, but I'm trying to trick myself into really not caring. So I'll fuck about loads, and I'll be more performative. It'll be more of a performance. And that's a reaction, actually, not to me being my extrovert self. I don't really know what the terms really mean, but it's more towards me being like, right now, I could really just fucking curl up and not do this. This is not like right now. It's not what I want to do, and so it's almost like fucking using some Easy Start on an old car. You spray that sucker right down the airbox and. Get it going. It's like I'm faking before I make.
Yeah. No. Again, I'd love to talk about this another time. it's not for now, but it's something I spoke to my therapist. I kind of hate saying that. Therapist
It's
about.
fucking Cali is fucking nice. I like it.
It is Cali as fuck. But like something I was speaking to that guy about is that like with this, sometimes you don't. Just being honest, like sometimes I've felt really shit.
Yeah.
And this is like you have to play. Like we're not now, it's fine. But there's been elements of it where you're like, just like you almost like flick the switch, you play, and then you turn it off, and you go. I go downstairs where my missus is, and she's like, "You all right?" And I'll just like start crying. Do you know what I mean? That's probably an extreme example, but inside that's how you feel for sure.
I think that's life, dude. Not
again,
necessarily
it is,
crime.
yeah,
I don't know about that. I don't like to think that. I like to think that it's that you're happy.
And also I think my
podcast.
Yeah, it's
like
true though. But like my job was like that before. When you're on the road, sales agent, you have to be that guy in the shop. Hey, nice to see you all. But you know, inside you're just like, I don't fucking want to be here.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. No, I don't.
I think that's why this is such a great outlet. Sometimes, to be honest,
I think it is. Yeah. I think there's something in routine for me that is soothing.
Yeah.
And also there's something in just like, when the fuck do you ever sit down and talk? It is therapeutic, the podcast, whether
we get into deep shit or we just getting stuff out of our brain, right? You always feel kind of exhausted after any of these, right? You're like,
even if you think what a cock this guy is, at least you're talking to a cock. You're seeing what the angle is of a cock for an hour. It's like more than you would normally, isn't it? You don't normally sit down and chat like that. I don't anyway. I'd love to more. I'd love to hang out with people more, but it's just like not the opportunity in life. I feel like for me, I don't.
There used to be more opportunity for it when definitely for me, like when you were younger, it felt like the social side, you know, before you have a house and jobs and blah blah blah, you always like just riffing with your mates, and you just like, I think that's where some of the happiest times of my life is, that, you know, carefree obviously, but you just chatting shit, goofing around.
It's good.
That's somewhere along the line that does get lost a little bit in bills to pay.
Digging's good in the trails. I do know exactly what you mean. Digging's really good. Digging, I went digging yesterday. When I got back home, I just went for a dig just to, literally just to not be connected to anything, just to go and plough on and do something. You know what I mean? Just like, I have that quite often as like it's not a social thing for me, but it ended up being social. You know, people up there digging, and I bumped into some old mates, and we just got chatting. It was interesting, actually. One of them works in a school, and he was talking about the mobile phone addiction in kids. And he says it's shocking. Like for him, he's a teacher, and for him it's like he's really anti-phone because. But I mean, he sees some. He was talking about some kid, right? This is fucking really horrible. Poor kid is so addicted to phones that he has to be let into the phone room. Because like they all have like an anti-phone policy at their school. He gets taken to the phone room, and he just gets to hold his phone. It does not turned on, just gets to hold it. He's that like.
That's really sad.
It's gnarly.
I think with anything like that, right? With anything like that, you just have to think, where does it go, and where is it going? Like where is the end of that for that kid? And I often think that with all the social media stuff. Are we always going to be doing this? Is this like forever now? Do we just like have to have that little anxiety thing at around? For me, it's like 6:30, 6:30 at night. Did I post on Instagram yet? It's always there. You get in bed, you're like,
I think that's the job aspect.
Could just check those
isn't
DMs.
It?
Yeah, it is a little bit. And I wonder if that all went away, would you still have that niggle? For that kid, that's brutal, man. Like, where does that end? Like, how do you disconnect from that without a hard cold turkey? You're going into
bullying can be
into an environment.
Bullying can now be a like on an old post, or bullying can be something as simple as
the digital
it's
stuff
just
is
horrible.
Gnarly.
It's not it, is it? The thought of having
it's terrifying.
Children, it's like I would not be hyped on a phone for my children.
No, it's terrifying. But then they just get dragged into it, dude. Unfortunately, the mates have got one, then they're getting bullied because they don't have it. They ain't got the latest iPhone, whatever it is. It's fucking terrifying. But I often see it. We all do. But I see it, especially when I'm like walking home from walking the dog in the morning, and you just see kids going to school and they're all just stood there on the phone, and it's just like, fucking hell. It's just getting really weird. It's really starting to get weird.
I feel. It's funny, isn't it? Because you look back on, like, as a kid, you look back on, like, if someone was mean to you. I remember how serious it felt when I was young. I remember how much it felt like the whole world, like it couldn't get better, And even you think about it with, like, a ex-girlfriend, your first time you have a girlfriend and then break up with them, you just think, well, that's it for me. I'm never going to find that again.
Forever.
And I think as you get older, you don't have that anymore. Like, I don't really mind if people... The shit that I used to get bullied for, I mean, it's not possible anymore. You can't, Like, it's literally not possible. It's not like it's not possible.
It can be,
anymore.
like, quite life... I have this one memory, dude. I was, like, quite lucky at school. Like, I never really got bullied or anything. I was kind of just, like, friendly with everyone. I was the weird kid who rode fucking dirt bikes at the weekend that no one really liked anyway. I just got on with people. But there's this one thing that happened, and I've, like, never forgot it.
Yeah.
And it's, like, the weirdest little thing. It was, like, a passing comment, but it just, like, ingrained itself in my head. And it was, like, probably around, let me think, 13, 14. You're sort of, like, going through sort of puberty and stuff. And people's voices are starting to break. And there's that thing, like, when you're waiting for yours to go, right? You're like, come on. I sound like a kid. And everyone, my mates all sound like adults, right? And I think at that age, your hormones are all over the place. You're starting to discover girls and this and that. And maybe you've got, like, a kid at school who's probably got, like, a camp voice. That started to happen. Because I think that is a thing. I don't know how that works. I couldn't explain that at all. It's way above my pay grade, but it's quite obvious that certain kids are going to go that way. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Is that fair to say? Probably going to be like homosexual or something, right? There's certain kids, and I didn't have any of those thoughts or feelings inside me, but this one guy one day just went, "Hiya, Davey," like that to me, and it just fucking stuck in my head. I was like, "Am I okay? Right? Am I gay? I don't think I'm gay. I certainly don't like boys, but if he thinks that about me and my voice, then maybe I am." And then, honestly, dude, it started this whole thing inside me for a long time.
So no one had ever actually said anything, like, about...
No, nothing. It was just, like, one passing comment.
There you go.
And it really...
Do you reckon you were sensitive to it?
Yeah, I don't know why, though. Like, it wouldn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, interesting, isn't it? We were ball busters, but we only bust each other's balls. I got bullied before then, but... And I guess you could say I just repeated it. But it's... I love being around my friends. Friends where we can all just let loose on each other. Just be... Yeah. I really like that. I really like being around people that I know I'm safe to just... It's not... I can give Bren so much shit and he can give me so much shit, and it's just like...
It's nice, isn't it?
Like, that to me is, like, really relaxing, and I don't feel like it's negative. That we were talking about it a minute ago. We're quite dinosaurish. I feel like we're going to be like, I feel like we're the last of the old school in certain ways, like
our generation
a bit. Yeah, I think things have changed a lot in our in the generations around our generation or whatever. I think things have really changed. I think how long mobile phones have been around and how long.
Yeah. We had the perfect bit, in my opinion. Our age, we had the perfect bit. We experienced childhood without the internet.
Yeah.
We then found phones a little bit later, so you could sort of keep in touch with your mates outside school and arrange things, but it was just a text message.
Yeah.
And then as you started going clubbing, meeting girls, then we got social media.
Yeah.
And that opened up a whole new world.
Yeah, it's true, isn't it? Yeah.
It's kind of perfect, but some people obviously have grown up only having... you never guess what Beney did the other day. This is how bad the Gen Zs are.
What did he do?
Well, he sent me... I asked for one of those Death Grip shirts that Bren had, and he sent me one wrapped in Christmas wrapping paper through the post, and it came, and Emma was like, "Someone sent you a Christmas present." But it was the Gen Z, man. He didn't even know how to use the post office. He didn't he wrapped it in Christmas wrapping paper. I messaged him. I was like, "Dude, you can just buy a mailing bag, you don't have to do it yourself."
That's quite a nice touch, I think. Was it nice wrapping paper?
Yeah, it'll have been expensive. It's quite thick. It's not Poundland, is it? If Benny's sending it, it's going to be M&S wrapping paper, isn't it?
I bet he does amazing Christmas wrapping, Benny. We haven't had him on for
amazing
ages,
gifts inside of it. No, we haven't. He was meant to join us today, actually. I messaged him. I was like, "Dude, we're going to record around 11:30, 12," and he was like, "Cool." That's all he put. Yeah.
Peace. Let's get Beney on soon. I'd like an injection of youth.
Questions.
Yeah,
I think we need an injection of youth.
Yeah, okay. It would be good.
Injection of youth, that sounds like a good plan. So there's a few things that we're already 30 minutes in. There's a few things I wanted to actually talk to you about today. I guess, we didn't really talk about it, but I just did a trade show over the weekend. Don't know what you've been doing. I did a trade show. It was weird.
What was it? What was weird? So what was it? Is a snow one, or was it a?
I did the national snowboard, the national snow show. Sorry, the national snow show. Doing it, working for Saks, obviously, and it was just strange. It's the show dynamic has changed so much in the last few years.
Really,
I wouldn't say they're dying, but they're different. Like, they're struggling to get people in, and what they did with this show, which I thought was quite kind of smart but kind of weird, was they gave so many tickets away. Like, tickets were basically free to come in. So what you end up with is a snow show, which is quite niche anyway, but then loads of people walking around who have no reason to be there.
Yeah, they're there for the caravan show. They're there for the other show.
They're there for they're there for that next week. There was it was called High Rocks, which is fitness racing, like CrossFit Games sort of thing.
Oh,
next
really?
door.
Yeah, there you go.
There's a few people coming in from that, but it was just interesting, man. I think for someone that's been at various different shows, bike shows, running shows, outdoor shows for years and years and years, to see how this is changing now, and it's weird. I don't know where it's going to go. Like anything, we don't know what's going to happen. It's a shame, I think the snow show could have been amazing. It's in Birmingham, which isn't probably the best catchment area for people who go snowboarding, skiing. I don't know. When it was in London, it was really busy.
We keep meaning to get Jamie Nichols on, but I find it interesting.
I think I saw him at the weekend.
Oh, did you? Yeah,
I think so.
There you go.
I get snowboarders confused, man, because I've been introduced to some of them before. Like I was chatting to Billy Morgan, who's Olympic snowboarder.
Yeah.
But I thought he was someone else at the weekend. So, it's a long story. But I just... it's not my world, though. You know what I mean? Like, people are like, oh, okay, can I get a photo with you? And I'm just thinking, who the fuck's this guy?
I just find it interesting, man, because it's like... if you're a snowboarder from the UK, that means you go on... How many holidays you go on? You know what I mean?
Yeah, life's
like
holiday.
Yeah. It's not possible to be... like at least as a mountain biker, all right, I've only got hills. You've got mountains. I've only got hills. But I can still do mountain biking, can't I? I still probably do the same elevation, or I still probably do the same distance or whatever. Whereas with snowboarding, it must be so annoying to just be like, wake up, like, oh no, I have to get a flight before I actually want to go. Yeah.
There's no snow. It's great again. Yeah, there's a young girl there. She's like 16. She's like the next best thing in snowboarding. She's English, but her parents basically live in a caravan somewhere in the Alps, just so she can board every day. They were there. That was pretty cool to see. I didn't know anything about her, obviously, but my friend Darren was filling me in. He was like, dude, you should see her. She's insane. She's like a Monster Energy athlete, all monstered up. It's pretty cool.
Wicked.
There's a few people there. It's nice to see some friendly faces. Met a few podcast fans, which was lovely.
Sick.
Which is always, again, weird, right? You're at a random snowboard show and people are like, listen to your podcast. And then there's one guy who was an absolute hero. He was, Compex were there. And he came over, he's like, I bought, I think it was a Fix 1.0, so like the one down from the one that we usually talk about. And he was like, I bought this because of you. Like, I was like, no way, dude, thank you so much.
Well, good. Wicked.
It was really nice. It's like, it made my day a little bit, I'll be honest with you. But it was really nice. But that was my weekend. I've been doing that, so nothing crazy.
What's your go-to when you, let's say you're on the stand, right? You had a bit of a lull, you've just finished your coffee, someone's coming over. What are you going to greet them with? Because from being on shows myself,
on that stand,
from being at shows myself, I feel like you get like a spiel together and you just go with it over and over again.
Yeah, I got a few.
Can you do it to me now? Yeah. So I'm walking up, I'm perusing through the pants section, and you've got to approach me and you've got to talk to me. So let's do it now.
Hey bud, how you going? You okay?
Hey man, yeah, good thanks. Yeah. Just
cool. Have you heard of Saks before?
No, I haven't really. No. Yeah. What's?
Oh, cool. Let me show you inside. That way, I grab the torso, which we have, the plastic one. I'll show you inside. So you look inside there. Look, as our patented technology, it's called the ballpark pouch. See those two mesh panels at the side that separate your balls from your legs. No more chafing. No more batwing.
No.
Wow, guys.
No way. Ballpark pouch, you say?
Yeah, ballpark pouch. Yeah.
This is a new. This is a new thing that I didn't realise happened.
Yeah. So the brand's like 15 years old. Been in the UK for just over 5 years now.
No way.
Huge in America. It's actually North America's largest underwear brand. But like I said, we're here today. Some really good prices if you want to try them. This pair, for example, that we're looking at, this is micro mesh, which means that once you get hot and sweaty down below, it'll wick away moisture and keep you cool and dry.
Yeah.
They also got flat seams. So on a lot of cheap underwear, they have a pinch seam. The pinch seam can be quite irritable. So this has got a flat seam, so there's no more irritation.
So these
are
real comfy, yeah.
Yeah, super comfy. I mean, there's a reason that they call them the most comfortable underwear on the planet.
Is that what they call them?
Yeah, most comfortable underwear on the planet.
Wow.
So yeah, tons of people use them, mate. From Jamie Oliver, Ollie Wilkins. There's like called David Burke's does a podcast. Yeah, there's a bunch of people use them, and yeah, if you're into anything sort of active, I'd go for the Quest Kinetic, or if it's everyday styles, maybe the Vibe or the Ultra is going to be good. Good for you.
Can I try them on?
Yeah, you can try. In fact, I've actually got a pair on now. I've warmed up for you, so here you go.
I just wanted to say, I got the train here, and I was waiting for the toilet bit. Someone was hiding in there because they didn't have a ticket, so the toilet was closed the whole way. So
Do you need some new pants?
I shit myself on the train, and it's really embarrassing. Like, I didn't think I was going to be trying on underwear, but I've literally shit myself. So is it still okay to try them on, your ones?
You can try them on, but we won't be taking any returns today. We don't have a returns policy manager here, so if you try them, you're buying them.
Really?
There's
yeah.
no try before you buy, it's try and buy.
All right, well, can we just forget what I said to you about the train journey, and I just try them, because that's... You know what I mean? Because I don't want to check that they're actually comfy, is all.
I mean, I can turn a blind eye, but...
Hey, dude...
You're going to have to cross my palm with silver.
You've done me a solid there, and I will... believe, because it's very uncomfortable, and I do this is an investment, and I want to make sure that they fit. So thanks very much, and I'll try them on. Thank you.
No worries.
And then he comes back out the changing room and he's like, brilliant, the ballpark pouch works. I actually run them backwards like how I run my caps, and the ballpark pouch doubles up as a fantastic defecation sack. Right, let's move on. This is ridiculous. Sorry, mate. I thought that was really good. Your dealing with me as a problem customer was absolutely fantastic, and I actually think...
mate, I've heard it all.
I can see. Have you heard that before? Had he shit himself?
Not that.
No. Okay.
I've had some pretty. You know what I mean?
It's so immature.
About,
so sorry I had to make that about poo. It's so ridiculous.
Talking about, mate, I've had it all. Anything that a woman can say to you about sex, I've heard it.
Really?
10 times. Oh, mate, anything you name it, I've had it, and you have to go.
Yeah. What? That was good. That was really realistic.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good actor.
Yeah, there you go.
I have to take your job.
Yeah.
Do you want to swap?
Right, yeah.
So you've been acting. Speaking of acting, you've been acting, right? I know we can talk about it a little bit, but
we can a tiny bit. Yeah. I've still got more acting to do, but basically, obviously, Cut and Focus do. They've got some wicked ideas for adverts, I think, and we've been filming one up in Scotland, and it involves me not riding a bike, but me acting, and even acting, and it was rad, actually. I'll be able to... Do you know what? Let's not talk about it now. We'll talk about it more when it comes out, because what an experience.
Okay. We have got one that we can not talk about too much, but we have got one coming out this Saturday, the 22nd, and we're going to do a little watch party as well. We're going to get people involved. We're going to sit and watch that one, and that's going to be the one where you had the call with the...
Riders High.
Riders High. That comes out on Saturday evening on the Focus Bikes YouTube channel. So as always, there is a link in the show description. And I think last time you did something like this, we had a little bit of a mini get together first in the chat. So
yeah, let's do that again.
Keep people posted. We'll get a little chat going.
Yeah.
Well, and we can hang out there and talk about it before.
If there's ever a way that
it was the documentary.
Yeah, that's it. If there's ever a way the companionship can help us out, it is by joining these things, because then Focus are like, oh, cool, these guys bring along a load of their homies. Yeah.
And it's going to be good. From what I've seen already, I've just been sent a little link. I've not watched it yet, but I'm going to watch it after this.
Well, I've done a bit of a... I've teased a bit of what we talked about with the MRI guy, and it was absolutely fascinating. And I've been shown a bit of the thingy, and it is cool. Cut, do a killer job, obviously. Blah blah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Get off their nuts.
I think the companionship are going to enjoy that one. So the 22nd. This coming Saturday, 22nd of October, we're going to do. Let's do a little watch along. We'll hang out in the chat.
Let's do it.
Get those fingers smoking.
Do it. So the premise of the entire
fingering.
campaign is about the rider's high, and it's about the feeling that you get from riding your bike. And we kind of explored that in greater detail. And actually, as you all know that listen to the episode, we explored it through quite literally science and really tried to narrow down exactly what that feeling is. So I think it's a really cool, interesting piece. I mean,
I'm
you know,
excited.
we could do adverts where we do 3D drawings of the bike and zoom in on stuff and say 20% sag, progressive link technology. But it's boring, and we've all seen it before, and that's why I love focus.
Brain.
That's why I love cut. It's the best. Yeah, let's look at this crazy person's brain. No, I think it's sick though, dude.
I heard the machine was struggling, right? Was it?
Yeah, they had to crank it double. I like. There's a lot of like trash talk about like advertising, marketing, and that, but it is what you make it. And I actually think it's a fantastic opportunity to showcase stuff that you've put a lot of effort into, and also explore cool things. To me, it's art. I love advertising. Like adverts stick in my head, and good ones, you know, shit ones don't.
Yeah.
But good ones do, and it's because you've got that link that you can't put your finger on why someone's narrowed down exactly what how you feel, or they've summarised,
brought up emotion as well. And that's
exactly.
the thing that sticks with you,
And I think like that's why this campaign is really cool, because there's no way it can't. Like when you came back the other day and you were grinning ear to ear from your first ride on your new e-bike. It's like, dude, you couldn't be more exactly the state that we're talking about. It's the bollocks, isn't it? It's biking. Well,
yeah,
good.
It is.
Yeah.
I need to get out this week, that's for sure. I've not been out for a few days.
Yeah,
a few
go on,
weeks.
lad.
No, a week.
Get out
a week.
there.
Been
Get
busy,
out there.
man. Been hustling.
Yeah.
So
I've been in that weird spot where I'm about to get ill from the beds. Going back to the bed thing. Wow,
please.
this is
so what you take? You supplementing though? You're on the AG1, obviously. Taking
yeah,
some vitamin
big
D3.
time. But there's a certain amount of just like lack of sleep and just, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not good at it. I'm not as good as I used to be anymore. I don't know what it is with age.
Don't sleep well in new beds. So I have a little bit of a protocol that I have to go through in order to sleep good. And it's nothing silly. It's not ridiculous. It's just like I have to have headphones. I have to have noise cancelling headphones, and I have to go with some really like sleep music to try and get me to go to sleep. Especially if, I don't know if you did this, but I, over the weekend, obviously, again, sorry to hijack this, but I stayed in a shithole hotel.
Yeah.
And I shared the room with one of my colleagues at Saks, who I've never shared a hotel room with before. So already it's just like, it's not natural, especially if you don't do that too often. So you're in a little single bed, and like he's like not that far away, because
he's
only
like
a small room.
sleepwanking around the room.
Yeah, he's a little bit of like rustling under the covers, and you're like. So yeah, I have to have. Okay, so I go sleep mask, headphones.
Yeah. Full sensory deprivation.
Yeah, and that's it. And I just try and commit to it and just be like, right, done.
Hey, do you know, I feel like a broken record, and I feel like I've talked about this over and over and over again, but have you used binaural beats?
Yeah, for sleep, yeah. That's what I go to, yeah.
It's good,
I use them for everything, dude. I use them, because you can have binaural beats for focus. You can have, it's obviously, your brain works on frequency, and it's almost like sending that frequency through your ears into your head.
It's well interesting that works. I thought that, someone gave it to me for flying. But it really works flying, because you're like battling against that like of a plane. There is that sound of a plane.
Yeah, I love binaural beats, dude. Yeah, and over the years, I've really started to enjoy that style of music, like ambient music. So a lot of binaural beats, from what I understand, it can be just like a tone, like you said, like
that's all I've ever listened to. It's like
oh wow. So what you can, so a lot of these artists like East Forest or John Hopkins and people like that, they put like a nice like piano soundtrack like over the top of it, so your brain still recognizes that thing, but then
it takes your mind off the I
mean,
there's something really meditative about the because what is it? It's a frequency in one ear and a different one in another, and it's like that disturbance. I think that's the definition.
Which is
only
why they
works
think
with
that
in-ear headphones, I think.
Or just noise cancelling.
Oh, is it noise? I thought it was only in ear for some reason, but cool. Got you.
Okay, well, I use these personally.
Right.
I like the Skull Candy Hash, but that's why there's like a lot of science behind just that causes a frequency in your brain, blah 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 blah.
I do
I can't remember what the frequency is. Is it 45 hertz?
Such a shit idea. I do meditative noise when I'm driving.
No way.
I try to keep it going for as long as possible. There's other ones, isn't there? There's like there's like different
there's loads like that.
chants.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah,
I did a really interesting stress test the other day. It's like a CO2 stress test you can do on yourself. And it's this like, basically it's 2 minutes of like normal breathing. You then breathe all the way out, hold your breath, and then it's like, basically if you do below 20 seconds before your body goes, come on, I need a breath. You just got to listen out for that, basically. Like, once your body goes, I need that breath. If you do that below 20 seconds, you're really stressed. If you do 20 to 40, you're like mediocre. Anything over 40 seconds, your body's in a good state. It's getting enough.
And it's accurate, yeah. Is that so?
Apparently. Well, it's as accurate as this video I watched on YouTube.
Didn't know that. Yeah. I watched
it was interesting. I liked it.
By the way, this episode is absolute shit show. Like, if anyone's listened to it, this isn't just all it's done is just gone wherever. Like, there's been no effort. Literally put no effort into actually making this like a show. It's just been pure nonsense, whatever we're thinking.
Up.
I don't know if that's bad. I quite like that personally, and I would listen to it myself. But I'm sorry if you're here for like cutting edge mountain bike news. This has been shit, hasn't it? This has been shit. Anyway,
should we drag it back?
No,
we
shouldn't. I'm going to do it.
No.
Go a bit longer. There's another thing that you can check for the deterioration of your ears. There's like a thing on YouTube, so you can pick up what number of hertz you can pick up. So like the age difference between me and George is 5 years or 6 years, and she can. So it basically, if you just imagine it going like, ooh,
and then you stop it or something when you.
And my ear just stops hearing the note. And then she can carry on longer.
Wow.
Because she's younger. And I think girls can hear better for longer. Anyways, definitely one.
That's for listening to gossip. That's what it is. Hey, you never guess what. That's
yeah.
what that is.
high frequency mean girl dick chat. But it was interesting.
That's listening over supermarket aisles. That is
exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's so frustrating not being able to hear though. We should. I wonder if that's a fun one that we could do now. Because can we play this?
Yeah, let's try it. Well, we could listen to it ourselves and just find the video, couldn't we?
Yeah.
And just if we both press go at the same time, and we ask our listeners to press go at the same time.
How old is your hearing? Shall I send you a link? And we can put this link in the description.
Yeah. Is it the one with 22 million views and it's got 1 minute 38 seconds?
It's not, but send me that one. That sounds like the good shit, you know?
ASAP Science.
No, send me that. You've obviously got it up quicker than I have. I've got adverts going.
Oh, okay. All right.
In the chat.
In the chat.
Yeah, I think this is quite an interesting
bear with
one.
us.
And then
We're doing this.
And to our listeners, you can I wonder if we can play it out loud over the podcast, whether we get done for what do you call it?
Yeah, playing tones. I don't know.
I don't think so, eh? So basically, as we grow,
I'm just going to make a little note for Benny.
Yeah, as we grow older, we often lose the extreme ends of our hearing spectrum.
Okay.
So, how many of the following sounds can you hear? How old are your ears?
I'm just gonna skip mine. So if anyone's found this video now, it's in the show description.
So if you take it to 9 seconds,
through the ads. Okay, perfect. I'm just getting through it. I got a 15-second one on here. They're coining it in with this video. 22 million views. Let's go,
it, aren't they? So let's press play at exactly the right time. You can count me in, and then we can just.
Hang on.
Okay, and then I'm gonna. All right, this is fun. So I am going to. What shall I do? Make a noise so it works audio as well. I'm gonna make a noise when I can no longer hear it. I'm gonna tap out.
Okay. Yeah. Good idea.
What I mean?
All right.
How old are your ears?
So I'm on. What? Sorry.
How old are you?
I'm 35.
35. Okay. So in theory, I should tap out before you, because I'm 36.
In theory, you should.
Okay.
Okay. So it's 48. Okay, we're at 48 minutes. Okay. So.
9
I think
seconds,
this is going to be a hearing test, yeah, because it's 1 hour, 1 minute 37 long.
Yeah, we got this. We can do this, yeah. And we're going to tap out before it gets to there, so.
Yeah, I'm at 1 minute, 9 seconds, sorry. So
I'm at 9 seconds as well. I'm ready. Count me in, dog.
3, 2, 1, play.
Okay, I can definitely hear that. That's at 8,000 hertz.
It's nice to know that I'm alive at 8,000 hertz.
Yeah. 12, I got that.
Wow. Okay, I got that
It's
one.
quite unpleasant.
Really? Yeah.
I can hear that as well.
Okay.
I just hear that. It's like a click.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can... Why? I don't know, man. I can just hear clicks, which are the start. Yeah, I can't hear any of that shit. Just clicks. I'm tapping out.
Clicks. I got them all. Did you get them all?
No, did I fuck?
I got to under 20, yeah.
I didn't. I got to about 16,000 hertz. Let me try again. I could hear 16,000. I can't hear 17,000 hertz.
Okay, hang on. I'm just gonna go back. I'm just gonna double check 19,000.
That's it. You got good ears. What I think though is I could hear like the click.
Yeah, I got it. Just the click though.
See, I think the click doesn't count. I could hear the click all the way through, but it was just a...
Okay, so if we were just listening out for the tone...
Yeah, the tone.
Age 40 was where I dipped out.
Is it actually? I'm rewinding. I'm going back to age 50. Okay, I'm going to try 12,000. I can definitely hear 12,000. I'm going to do a live reporting.
Yeah, definitely
I can definitely hear 15,000.
Right, 15,000 is where I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out there as well.
unless it's the clicks.
Yeah, no,
so I've either got 40-year-old ears or 24.
I can hear the clicks as well, but I can't hear the tone. That's interesting, though, isn't it? That is interesting.
In the description.
You want?
Okay. The 19,000 hertz frequency has been lost due to YouTube compressing the file. So that's 19,000's at 24 years old anyway. So
couldn't hear it anyway.
Yeah, couldn't hear it anyway. Oh, well, that was interesting.
It is interesting, isn't it? It's weird to think that you just lose that bit, but then I mean, what use is it? You know, it's not like anyone's dog whistling for me. Ollie, look out for that piano falling off the building. I don't need to be able to hear it.
No.
That was the only example I could think of. A piano falling.
Yeah, it's a good one though. I like. It's great. It's great. A good example.
Thanks, Steve.
I like that. Oh dear.
Hey, we've got some topics actually from our producer isn't here, Benny boy. He's not been here for a while, but he does come in hot with the topics, and they are some good riding topics. So should we go through them?
Yeah, I'd really. Yeah.
Can we call this section Benny's Hot Picks? Gen Z's.
Benny's been on pink bike.
Exactly, I like that. Yeah, Benny. Yeah, okay. And they are actually all good. They are actually all good. I want to start with one that I actually had written down in notes for last week and we didn't talk about. It is the British cycling partnership with Shell and the backlash and what just your sort of like what our listeners think, what you think. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I've had a little bit of a look into this morning because I was obviously I saw it. Yeah, I saw it come out.
Yeah.
British Cycling announced 8-year partnership with Shell after Hsbc basically ended their partnership early as well. Yeah. So they've backed out 4 years early.
They're like, fuck cycling, we got to make some money.
Exactly. And I think it seems like a lot of things have upset British Cycling's finances at the moment. We've had the coronavirus, obviously affected most businesses. And then we've had Hsbc pull out. Now, it seems like, from what I can find, Hsbc pulled out a little bit before the pandemic. So whether they had a tip-off that something was coming, I don't know. Probably not. But the fact that they pulled out before, having maybe known that the next 2 years there wasn't going to be many cycling events, they're not going to be getting the name out there as much as they may be expected to. I don't know. What do you think on that? Do you think that's...
Oh, just hearing you talk about it has just for some reason quickly highlighted, and maybe I'm wrong, just how ridiculous even the backlash is, because we've gone from it's a bank. How do you think banks make money? How do banks make money, dude? Tell me that, because I have a feeling it might have something to do with oil. I'm just saying, like the whole world runs on it, and it's like, and now
this is what. Sorry, go on.
No, please. I don't know. I'm a bit confused, if I'm honest, because of course Shell doesn't have any, like, of course it makes sense for a governing body of a bicycle sport governing body,
or like governing body, yeah,
should have sponsors that link to it. But then a bank is no different to an oil company, in my opinion. It's like, maybe it is.
I think there's ethically there's something there. Again, there's maybe just like that disconnect, or, not a disconnect, but like it looks better that it's HSBC.
Yeah.
As soon as you plant Shell on it, and it's literally is.
Yeah, you're right.
Oil, raping and pillaging the earth.
Yeah.
It doesn't look as good. I agree with you. It doesn't look as good as
a bank
HSBC,
just seems
who
more
are just
neutral,
numbers on
doesn't it?
spreadsheets.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, you're right. Even though
they're
bank
invested in stuff.
Because a bank is,
dude, 100%.
Yeah, it is interesting. But I think it's a difficult one to get a sponsor with enough money that does have a link, and like, it is hard.
Okay, great. That's exactly what I was thinking. So I thought. British cycling, obviously, if British cycling's motivation is to win medals and to get Olympic medals and basically be very competitive in elements of cycling, right? That's their goal. That means they've got to have a pot of money, a significant pot of money to invest. So it's like, okay, where do you get that pot of money from? So you look at like the companies, HSBC, Sky, that they've had before. They are massive corporations, right? That's what it is. So I thought, okay, who else could they potentially have had?
Yeah.
Potentially, just on the cards. So I got a list of Britain's biggest companies because, again, ideally you're going to want a British company.
Oh, well done. This is good. I'm enjoying this, yeah.
Okay, so ideally you'd want a British company.
Yeah.
I think, I'd say so,
Davey,
right?
do you know why I like this? Just before we carry on, I like this because this isn't just mocking what's happened. This is trying to find a solution, because there's no point in just saying something's shit unless you bring up potential.
I agree, because on the surface, and I definitely don't agree with what British Cycle have done, just for the record. Do not agree with it. I think it's not a good move.
It's not a good
PR
look,
wise,
is it?
it's terrible. It's not a good look having. It's not. It's terrible. But then I was just starting to think of like, okay, we've had this terrible 2 years. You've had HSBC pull out. Like, what are these? How are we going to keep funding cycling? I hate that we've gone down this route of Shell. Obviously, it's terrible. It's the worst. But then I was like, okay, so who else is available to get involved?
Yeah.
And where does it stop when it's not a company that's doing bad things?
Yeah.
How far do you have to go, right? Okay,
yeah, totally.
So I thought, okay, I'll find a list, like Britain's biggest companies.
Good on you, I like this.
They're the ones with the biggest, with the most money, right? So number one, British company, Shell. They're the biggest.
Okay.
So let's just say, kind of credit in a weird kind of way for them getting a deal with the biggest company.
Yeah.
In a way, kind of cool. Like in a weird way that they've managed to get, a contact there, have meetings and sell cycling to a massive corporation.
They've managed to get the most Skrilla. Yeah.
Yeah. Second, BP. So, okay.
So now we're realising that we're not picking from a level bunch. It's like, this is quite petro based so far.
Yeah.
Right?
So that's number two.
Yeah.
Number three is actually Tesco. Now Tesco, maybe that's a good option.
I've heard Tesco is actually a in terms of like where its profit comes from, it's actually a real estate company. Like they actually buy up their premises and they sell food products as low as physically possible, and they kind of survive off owning all of their properties.
Oh, really?
I thought it was
there
quite
you go.
interesting. Yeah,
that is quite interesting.
I'm sure. I'm sure the company runs in a much more complicated manner than that, but like that, I found that interesting. Yeah.
Number four is HSBC,
okay.
which obviously they've already been in and backed out. They didn't get what they wanted. They didn't get the returns. Yeah. Then it's number five, biggest company in the UK is Aviva Insurance.
Okay.
Again, Aviva do tons for sport.
Yeah.
Maybe they just weren't interested in cycling. Obviously, there's so many pieces of this puzzle got a line, right?
Yeah.
And Lacquer are destroying Aviva. But there's so many pieces of the puzzle that have got to align. It's got to fit with their marketing.
Yeah.
It's got to, maybe they are trying to go carbon neutral. I don't know. There's got so many complex bits of this story, man. I hope we're not doing it a disservice. We'll just do a couple more. So there's Rio Tinto, which is a mining company, is number 6.
Yeah.
So that's a mining company. Again, probably not great.
Don't really need to shout about it either. They don't really need to put a lot into their marketing, do they?
No, not really. They're just doing it, aren't they? And then you've got GlaxoSmithKline, pharmaceutical company.
Yeah,
again,
getting tough. Yes, yeah. I mean, that does clarify things, doesn't it? That does mean it's well. All it means is that you're if you're going to go for a big title sponsor, you got to go where the money is, and the money is in these spots that are tough spots. So
tough spot. It's a really tough spot, and I think the backlash is 100% warranted.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good. It's not a good look. I think if you ask anyone who rides, they're always,
how about this?
Everyone's going to have the same idea of like, yeah, we'd rather ride a bike than drive a car, of course. But then it's like, there's so many angles to this story. I'd love to hear people's reactions in the comments, really, because like, how do you figure this out? Like, how do you get that money from somewhere that's sustainable, that's doing it for the right reasons? I don't know. Then, you could go as far as, okay, well, what's a bike made out of? Okay,
it doesn't matter.
Oil,
if they're supporting something, let them support it. It's something that we all love, so they're supporting it. I think that there's something icky about, and I don't like using the term icky, but there is something icky about a company greenwashing. It's like about a company like.
I think that's the thing.
It's like trying to profit off your own thing, but it's not really working in that respect. But from Shell's perspective, I guess it's like a tick box in. Look, we're trying to do. We know that we dig up the earth and suck with a straw all of the oil out of it, but we're trying to support something that, they're not supporting the drag racing series, are they? They're trying to support.
No.
Fuck knows, dude. I don't know the answer. I'd love.
I know.
To hear from
I did
actually.
I wrote down all of the comments from various people here, like from exact like what the CEO has said. Brian Facer, who's the CEO of British Cycling. I wrote down what he said.
What did he say?
He's just put he put, we're looking forward to working alongside Shell UK over the rest of this decade to widen access to the sport, support our elite riders, and help our organisation and sport take important steps towards net zero. Things we know our members are incredibly passionate about. Then he put, within our new commercial programme, this partnership with Shell UK brings powerful support for cycling, which help us to improve and will make more people consider cycling and cyclists. Pretty nice thing to say. I don't think there's any.
He's thought about that one. He's remaining sucker
any
free,
weight to it. It's just it's a political statement, really. It's like it doesn't go either way, does it? It's just like bland. It's a plain hamburger, basically. It's not got any sauce on it or nothing. It's just whatever.
It's funny, I'm like we're commenting on it. It doesn't really affect me in any way. And like actually, previously, British Cycling doesn't even pay for people's flights to the World Champs. Like what do they even do for our sport? I think
they make money by the looks of things. I've looked.
Yeah, but they couldn't be more separate from mountain biking. Mountain bike has always been like the ugly child, even cross country, hasn't it? When you compare it to their support of like weird, minimal participation Olympic track events, like not many people do that shit, but they fucking go all in, balls deep on.
Like
horrible term, stuff. Balls deep, isn't it? Thinking about it, but yeah, they do go all in. And how many velodromes have we got in the country? Fuck all. We got we got way more skate parks than we got velodromes, and I guess they are starting to go in on that because it's Olympic now. But it seems as though their interest is very.
I feel like that term that you said though, and I don't fully understand it myself, and I don't want to
balls deep
even try and look like no. I do understand that one.
Okay,
greenwashing. Yeah, like I don't. There's a lot of that going on, and I don't really quite understand it myself.
Yeah.
Are they greenwashing? I don't know. I think this would take a lot of research, a lot of digging around, trying to figure out what they are actually doing.
It's fucking hard for companies.
They've made their own bikes as well, dude. I didn't know about this. Shell Ride. They've got their own range of bikes and scooters.
Sick.
Yeah,
made out of recycled gas pipes. That'd be cool.
They are bad.
I actually think it is, in their defence, it's very difficult to be involved and do something nice without looking like you're profiting. And I think that it's such even at DMR, right, we do all we can to change packaging so it's completely recyclable, to make products so they're serviceable, so they have a longer product life. And then we sit there with our mouths shut about it because we're like shitting ourselves that we're going to come across wrong. And how annoying is that? We've been trying to do it for years. We've been trying to do it for way before
well, it's a rubber grip.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
and
you
yes,
can't win.
It is a rubber grip. And yes, you do. You have a wake of human destruction wherever you go. But like, the point is, like, we're trying, like, as a company, we try and do things green, and then can't talk about it because you're worried about people going like, "Fuck you." What can you do? Maybe the "fuck you" is the problem. Who knows?
Who knows? I'd love to hear people's thoughts, honestly, because the amount of backlash and content around this is quite significant. Like, there's a lot of obviously facts about all the nasty things that Shell do to the earth. Fourth largest polluter.
Yeah.
That's gnarly. Like, that's not something that I feel like as a cyclist we should be associated with.
But
I wouldn't be running no Shell logo, that's for sure.
No, but as you drive towards your riding location, your fuel light comes on.
It's hard, man.
You pull over and you fill that sucker up, and you don't discriminate, because every single one of them is sucking the earth dry, and you want part of it because you want to hear that engine roar, and I do as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it's fucking interesting, isn't it?
I don't know. I just think it is an interesting topic. I think the more people talk about it, great. Hopefully we're doing our bit using our platform just to have conversation. Yeah. You never know who might see or hear this.
Do you know, I love it, because I don't have an angle yet. I'm interested. No. I don't have an angle. Like electric cars don't seem to me to be the answer, because you still charge them up, and if the majority of the power that you're charging up with is coal-based, then fuck it. You know, like what we actually doing.
I'm with you. 100%.
I don't know what the deal is. I don't know. Too stupid.
I think the issue is the initial angle is just to go, that's stupid.
Yeah.
And you just jump on it like, that's ridiculous. Yeah. You jump on the train of like, why would they do that? And then you start, personally, I was like, okay, well, they need money from somewhere. So where are we getting it from? We've got a cost of living crisis. Did British Cycling email out every member and say, rather than your membership being whatever a British Cycling, let's say it's 50 quid.
Yeah.
We need to make some money. It's going to be 200.
Yeah.
And then it'll be like backlash from that.
Absolutely.
Obviously.
And where do you start if you're Shell? We talk shit about these companies, but where do you start? Everything they do, you can't win. You know, if you try, you're fucked, and if you don't try, you're fucked. What do they do? Honestly, what do they do? They already exist. They're already an oil company that we've been consuming their products for years and years. So what do they do? If they, you know, I don't know the answer at all. I'm really asking because I have no idea. Please,
use the comment section, folks. Reach out, let us know, share this, whatever you want to do.
Help us.
I'm happy to.
Love to hear thoughts.
Just what do they do? What does Shell do?
Yeah,
let's hear.
Exactly.
What do British Cycling do?
Yeah.
What does Shell do?
These giant corporations. On that note, let's go to an ad break.
Go on then. You start.
Dude, sometimes I do wonder.
Yeah.
Do you know what I wonder? Because I just see you from the waist up. I wonder whether you wear anything below that camera.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. At the moment, I do, but I don't. Because I'm just going to slightly take these off. Because I want to talk to you about what I'm wearing down below.
Dude.
Because there's nothing worse than being uncomfortable.
So you're actually now naked, honestly, from the waist down?
Yeah.
Wow.
You don't need me to prove it, do you?
This is cool. No, I don't. No.
No.
I don't.
No one needs to see my bum on this. Or front bum. So, this amazing brand has been a sponsor of the podcast for a long time. You could say they were the first sponsor. And throughout the years, mate, we've converted tens of thousands of people into owning and wearing the best underwear on planet Earth. And obviously that brand, if you're listening, is Sax.
That's right.
Dude,
I've got some on right now.
Of course you have. Most people have that are listening. There you go. Visual representation if you're an audio listener. Ollie is wearing them. I was, but here they are now in my hand. So Sax, obviously long-term sponsor of the podcast. And what we've always struggled is to have a discount code from Sax. But finally, we've pulled it off. And with Christmas coming, this couldn't come at a better time. If you're looking for Christmas gifts, whatever, Christmas, Father's Day for next year.
Yeah.
I don't know when you're listening to this. Either way, the discount code is still going to work. So,
dude, how do I get to this discount code? What is the web address?
Okay,
who have we partnered up with?
We have partnered with my friends and our new friends at urbansurfer.co.uk. Urban Surfer are arguably one of the best places to get your Sax underwear from, and they've hooked it up by giving the companionship a discount code. That discount code is going to knock 10% off all Sax sales. Now, it's been difficult to get one of these, so I'm pretty stoked, man. We finally come through with a discount code. Just personally, if you want to try Sax, if you've never tried them before, my favourite pair is these. As you can see, I was wearing them today before I took them off. They are the Quest. These things are all-round durability, perfect. They're made of a micro mesh, so they wick away moisture. So they're really good if you're out riding, getting hot and sweaty, or maybe a little bit damp. Yes, question at the back.
My question, do they have the ballpark pouch? Because I've heard about it. I've heard about it from Jamie Oliver. I've heard about it from numerous different athletes and celebrities all around the world. Do these ones feature the ballpark pouch?
Every pair of Sax underwear features the patented ballpark pouch. As you can see there, if you're watching on the tube, your nuts and your veg, well, your veg is your nuts, but your nuts and your piece, they sit inside there. These two mesh panels, they prevent any chafing. No more batwing, no more picking your nuts off the inside of your leg, man. That shit is done. They also feature flat seams, so you don't get annoying little itch from the seams. And of course, they're antimicrobial, so you can wear them for a month and no one will even know. Anyway,
that's incredible.
If you want to get yourself a pair of Sax, head to urbansurfer.co.uk. Enter the code THERIDECOMPANION, all in capitals. What is it?
Is that the urbansurfer.co.uk and entering the code THERIDECOMPANION, all in capitals?
That's correct. You go to urbansurfer.co.uk, enter the code THERIDECOMPANION, and that's going to knock you 10% off. And the amazing thing is, Urban Surfer have got pretty much the entire Sax range. So maybe you don't want underwear, maybe you want a t-shirt, lounge pants, whatever. You're going to be able to find it on Urban Surfer. So big up Urban Surfer. Big up Sax for keeping our companionship lovely and comfortable and sweat-free. And that's it, and that's that. Enjoy.
Thanks, Sax. Hey, Davey, you got someone at the door.
Do I? Do I?
Don't do it. Don't do
No,
it. Don't do it. Don't put yourself. You know what I'm doing, though? Set you up. I set you up for some nudity. Thanks, Sax.
Thanks, Sax. Okay, we're back in the game.
Yeah. Woo!
I think we have to tell people about the Christmas ride.
Let's do
the
that next.
The messages have become overwhelming, mate.
Absolutely.
The messages are too much, and people are frothing to know about the Christmas ride.
I'm actually frothing as well.
When people are booking days off work already in advance and wanting to book hotels, we need to come at you with some details. So, the Christmas ride is Friday the 2nd of December at Bike Park Wales.
Woo!
How sick.
Well, good.
How sick.
Hyped.
So we've been doing everything pretty much has been down south for the last few years since we've been doing this thing. So it's time for the north, east, south, west, western, Welsh, northern.
That's right.
Eastern, wherever you're from. It's time for people to come out, man. We're doing a Christmas ride. We have pretty much got Bike Park Wales to ourselves. So we have a number of spots available for people to come. If you go on the link in the show description, you will find the events page for Bike Park Wales. Not only are we just going to do biking all day, we are going to be doing breakfast together, lunch, and we're going to be doing drinks and mince pies after as well, as long as like hanging out in the cafe for a few hours or whatever.
It's going to be the full Christmas experience.
Full Christmas experience. It's going to be better than Christmas, man. It's better than Christmas.
Bring your tinsel, whatever you want. We're not having a dress code, but you're welcome to dress up as Father Christmas or whatever you want to do. Yeah, just clothes. No, yeah, let's agree on that. There's no nudity. That's the dress code, basically, isn't it?
Not that time of year.
No, yeah.
So yeah, we got just for the little finer details, we got breakfast available. It's going to be like a wrap, I think it is. I can't remember, or a bacon sandwich or some sort of alternative sandwich. Then we're gonna do some laps together. We're gonna do some trains of some Reds in the morning. And then we're gonna do lunch, which is gonna be Christmas dinner. Then we're gonna do some trains of some Blues in the afternoon. So it's for everybody. We're not just gonna hit like the bigger stuff or whatever you call it at Bike Park Wales. We're gonna try and get some laps in with everybody. Try and get everyone together on the buses.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna do drinks and some mince pies after, as well as hopefully handing out a bunch of Christmas presents to people who come, along with a raffle as well. So we're going to do a little raffle. That money from the raffle we're going to donate to charity, a homeless charity, to help feed the homeless at Christmas.
Fuck yeah.
So it's
amazing.
I'm stoked, dude.
Yeah,
I'm super excited that we managed to pull this off.
Do you know how many spots
shout out the
we
crew
got?
at Bike Park Wales.
Yeah, definitely.
So I very much doubt we'll get everyone there, but I think there's 200 spots available.
Okay, well, dude, people want a Christmas party.
That's like the maximum capacity that Bike Park Wales can do on a day. But as many people as we can get there.
Do you know what I'm going to say? companionship, we need to sell out Bike Park Wales. And I know we can do it. If we sell out Bike Park Wales, then that would be really quite some achievement. Bike Park Wales, I would say, is the biggest bike park in the UK. Would you agree?
I definitely
agree. If we can sell it out, that'd be cool. It's like the Royal Albert Hall.
That'd be like, for a podcast, that's like selling out an arena.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's sell out Bike Park Wales. Bring your friends along. Come along. It's going to be a great day. It's always a great day. And today, and the 2nd of December will be even more special. Very much looking forward to it. Our last year's Christmas ride was at the Forest of Dean, and it was fantastic hanging out with you all. And I think this year's going to only be better. So,
yeah. There's already people as well, just a heads up, talking about doing another day on Saturday. I'm not sure if I can do it personally or what your availability is, Ollie, but there's people putting together another ride on Saturday who are already saying that they're coming to the Christmas ride, even though they didn't know where it was. So they were like, we're going to organise another day after. But anyway, if you want to find out about that, I guess the closed Facebook group or whatever, we'll be figuring some stuff out in that. But hyped. Friday, 2nd of December, Bike Park Wales XTRC. We're selling that bitch out.
Let's do it. Go.
At least one bus out.
Hype. Can't wait. I'm feeling Christmassy actually right now. I'm feeling Christmassy.
Yeah.
I just got sent a new jacket from Troy. It's like soft and warm, and it makes me want to just like those winter evenings. I'm not mad at winter. I'm not someone who suffers bad with like, I love summer and I hate winter. I really like the contrast of the seasons. There's elements of all of them that I really like. Are you the same?
I'm the same, pretty much. I think. When it starts to transition, it gets tough though, man. We're transitioning at the moment. You're waking up early. I go out early anyway, but even the dog walk, which I usually do at 7 a.m, it's dark now, and it makes it a bit harder. I don't like this transition period.
No, I do agree.
But I do like, get my nice coat out. I've got a hoodie on today. It's nice to have a hoodie on.
Nice.
You know, you're doing shout outs. I'll do shout out a little Saks hoodie right there.
Shout out to Saks hoodie, and shout out to Open Fires, and shout out to socialising in pubs. I don't do that in the summer, dude. Yeah. You sit outside the pub and I barely see anyone. Whereas get
indoors, mate.
In the winter,
get indoors. Get a mulled wine in your neck.
Get mulled wine in, dude. Yeah. I think I'm ready for the winter. I'm keen. I'm up for it.
Yeah, bring it on. I got some new riding pants for you the other day actually as well. I've not had long riding pants for years, so I'm excited for that. The old shins get a little bit cold these days now. I'm getting older, right? Yep. So I got some new riding pants through. We've got base layers here. We're ready to go, man.
I've got waterproof
socks. We've got a bike packing trip coming up.
Yeah. Huh? I've got waterproof socks now. Have we done the advert for waterproof socks? Can we talk about that?
No, not yet.
Have we not done it?
No.
Is it this week?
I think it's next.
Okay, I'm not talking about it. I'm not talking about it until next week. We're not going to do a double advert.
Can I try some? Can you sort it out?
Fucking right, yeah. Let's get them sent.
Good. Feet are fucking freezing.
They're good for it. It's what it is, and also it takes the pressure.
You wear them in the house.
It takes the pressure off. It does take the pressure off you drying your shoes as well, which I didn't think about. An added bonus. Just have wet feet.
Slide in there, wet shoes. Yeah.
Amazing.
All right. Okay. Do you want to do? Man, there's a couple of other things we got to do as well today. I mean, we've done the Christmas ride. We've spoke about that. Coffee's back in stock.
Yeah.
We've got a bunch of coffee still left over, and obviously it's getting cold, folks. If you want to rep the pod. Hats, tons of hats still in stock, ready to go. I had many people complimenting me on my hat this weekend.
They're lovely hats. They're lovely beanies.
Nice hat, man. Where's that from? Ridecompanion.co.uk. Fresh hat.
Yeah, they're good.
There you go. You got one.
Yeah.
What else, mate? There's a few things. Do you want to do a podium picks? Do you want to do a lunch and learn? What do you want to do?
Well, we still got Gen Z's list that we could go through because
please.
There is also the Rampage build up. Beney sent us.
I had that to talk about. For
the Rampage build-up's good. We've got some vlogs coming out now, and it is cool to keep up. Rampage is tough because unless you're really having fun, it's just a lot of building, isn't it? So it really requires the dig teams.
Well, you'd know
one
more than anyone.
Yeah, I think it's quite hard to put one together, and I don't know, like just the digging. It doesn't really do it for me. Like those dig time-lapse things, I couldn't care less. I'd see it in real life. It's boring as anything, digging. I do it all the time. It's not like... Rampage build-up is exciting, though.
Smiley, dusty photos are just a moment of time from the misery of digging in the desert.
Yeah. The trick is making it fun. Yeah, the trick is making it fun. But, I mean, it is exciting, and the build-up is exciting. I haven't heard the sort of, like... mumbles that I hear out on the hill normally, and that is like Rampage is exciting for that, because you'll just hear like, oh, Zinc saying that, that drop halfway up, Zinc saying he's going to spin it. You get all of that comes through, like, oh, Andrews, have you seen Andrews' hip? It's insane. I wouldn't want to test that. You get all of the, and I haven't had any of those, so.
The only thing I've seen, I think maybe rather than Zinc mumbling it on the hill, is he's posting a few clips to his Instagram. Have you seen any of those where he posted the... Yeah, he posted that one. I was like, that's pretty cool. He's just like putting it on Instagram.
And he's called out, I think that's true. He's called out the biggest spin drop.
Has he?
Yeah.
So this is the location where he did that iconic Oakley flat spin, that 3-3, isn't it?
Yes. I think he's called out. I think he's built a drop that's a tiny bit bigger, and he's going to, spin it. I think.
Fuck yeah, he is.
I like that. It's good, isn't it?
Fuck yeah, he is, dude. I want... If you have... Okay, so take who you having as your number one. Like, who do you think... You got to go all in. You're at the casino. You got to push all your chips on one rider to take the dub at this year's Rampage. Who would you go with?
I feel too boring because I'm... if you give me a challenge like that, I'm just going to pick Semenuk. I mean, the guy is such a beast and knows how to build a winning run. And also with his legacy comes a lot of weight, as well, right? Dude. Yeah, it's. I don't know if he's. I've got a view on the single crown last year. I don't care about that. It's fucking impressive, but I don't care about it. And I know it's like moved on with technology because those are long travel single crown, and he's done it.
Yeah.
But it's not really what I tune into Rampage to see. So, I mean, if I'm a gambling man, I'm going on Semenuk. But I certainly know my picks stand. I'm excited to see these guys.
Did you see that Semenuk? So he went to Rampage, did maybe 1 or 2 days digging.
Yeah.
He then went off and won the American Rally Championship.
Insane, eh?
And then he's come back, carried on digging.
You lot not finished the step up at the bottom yet? Jesus, come on.
That's the dream, surely, right?
I wonder how it works with diggers.
Site manage.
Yeah, because you're only allowed two digging crew.
Yeah, I don't know how they've done it, man, but he's not been there. He flew off. He beat Ken Block for the American Rally Championship.
I wonder how did he fly? Do you reckon he went private?
Ooh, I don't know. I wonder how far it was.
Yeah.
Interesting. We'll take a look.
He didn't fly coach, did he? He didn't get
no
into coach from Rampage.
That top three of the American Rally Championship is pretty sick. Brandon Semenuk, Ken Block, Travis Pastrana.
What on earth, eh? What on earth?
What on earth is going on? But yeah, he won that, and then he's gone back to Rampage. So, is it normal? What would you normally do for a dig week? Do you do like 3 days on, 1 off, and then...
Yeah, they have a mandatory rest day, and it kind of acts also as like a weather buffer if they hear that something, they can move the rest day around. But honestly, dude, for me, it's just like... At this stage, you're really tired, really amongst it, and like all the blisters have popped, and then you're just ploughing on with them. Like where they go dry, and then all the dirt goes in them. It is full on. I know I bang on about it. It probably sounds like a bit over dramatic, but it's fucking hard work. It's like,
oh, dude, I can imagine.
Yeah,
I don't think you are overselling it at all. Like, you're in the desert.
Yeah.
You've got all sorts of wild creatures out there anyway as well. It's cold, it's hot, it's dusty, and it's not very often that you do multiple days digging.
No.
Not for most people, because usually most people have got a job, right? So maybe they do like Saturday, Sunday, and then they're back at work.
No, exactly. And even if you don't do it from 6 in the morning until it gets dark in boiling hot. And also the ground's so fucking hard there, and like it's not, you're really up against it. So, yeah, to all of the Rampage diggers, stay strong out there. I wonder if this will get played on anyone's speaker. I can't imagine they want to hear my fucking voice.
Someone tagged us in something the other day. I can't remember who it was. Someone tagged us.
They're sick of it.
And it was someone listening to us in a truck somewhere going to Rampage.
No way, wicked. That's cool. But yeah, I like the idea out on
I missed it.
Stay strong. Stay strong, diggers.
Stay strong. Zinc's vlog is really good.
It is good, isn't it? It is good. Some insight
Equilibrium,
there.
I think it's called.
Yeah.
Really good. Really enjoyed that. Like, really well made and stuff.
And you've got, I think you've got Reed putting one out. You've got... There are a few, aren't there? There are a few behind the scenes jobbies.
Yeah. I need to watch some more. Again, been busy over the weekend, but I know Straight's putting one out as well, which is good. I mean, we know like from Hardline, right, that the build-up was almost as good as the race. So I know it's probably not going to be the case for Hardline. I think that is a spectacle, whatever. But Yeah, hyped. Friday as well, isn't it? It's Friday afternoon.
Damn, I've just had an idea. Why not approach it live on the podcast? Davey, I might have just booked myself in for a street race build in Mexico next year.
That's fucking
fantastic. I need to make sure I deliver daily content from this Mexican street race build. So I need someone to come out with me and film it. I'd like to formally invite you. Yes, you're going to have to learn how to film and edit. I'd like to formally invite you to come out to the Mexican street race with me.
I'm in.
There you go. That was a high pressure situation. That was like someone at the Super Bowl proposing to their girlfriend on the kiss camera, wasn't it? Imagine you're just like, fuck that. I don't want food poisoning or bad internet. Yeah, piss off.
Yeah, dude, I'll do that.
Go on, do it. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, it can be filmed just on like GoPro, right?
Yeah, Dadcam, dude. Dadcam and GoPro. That's what we need.
I'm in. Bring it on.
Wicked.
Yeah, I'm in.
All right,
100%.
Well,
tacos. That's all I'm thinking.
As soon as I get dates, yeah, I know, right?
Tacos.
You get out to Mexico, tacos are like everyman food. It's fucking decent.
Yeah,
I love tacos out and Mexico, where you just have a pile of those circles and then you grab into the meat. Oh, the best that is, like at a truck stop.
Nice.
Oh,
yeah.
Mexican tacos.
All right, yeah, dude, count me in.
Would you do that? Yeah,
definitely.
I don't know. I'm sure.
Not for you. I'd love it. We'll have a great
would
time.
Agree. That would be. I reckon that'll add an extra element to the footage that we put out. We can get a podcast on the go. That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we get some riders on it.
You'll have
maybe
loads of free time to mess around. You won't be expected to shovel any dog shit. Don't worry, mate. That's all my job.
I can help. I'd love to.
Wicked. Well, good. Let's make it happen.
Good with a saw.
Yeah.
More than that.
Yeah.
All right. Beautiful. Let's talk about that off air.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Thanks for asking me on air.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
I think it's good. It's high pressure, isn't it? Yeah. Now you're stuck. Yeah. Coming out to one of the most dangerous neighbourhoods in all of Mexico. Here we go.
Yeah, man, sounds dope. Really excited.
Wicked.
And if I was to put all my money on someone for this win, I'm gonna go. I'd go Zinc at the moment, because I think he's, I think if he did pull those few things off, that could be an all-time winning run.
Mate, Zinc's,
but you can say that about anyone.
Zinc's
That's the thing.
So Rampage as well. You know, I think my first Rampage experience, I've banged on about it over and over again, but it was cool as fuck. It was the flip. Yeah, I think it was the first one. Okay. And the flip year, they'd built a tiny wooden kicker to go on the icon sender, and people weren't flipping drops back then, and it was gnarly. He turned up, he's on a walking stick, and he's got like the biggest bruise. He can barely walk, and I've watched him go up, stand on top of that icon sender. It was like he was silhouetted. He looked at it and he just nodded. It was so gnarly, and then he did it, and it ended up on all of those posters, and it was the biggest thing anyone's ever seen. Fucking impressive. Yeah, you can't take it away from that dude. That dude's Rampage through.
Let's go Zinc.
Yeah.
Yeah, we both got a lot of love for Zinc, I think.
Like it, yeah.
A lot of love for Zinc.
Yeah, too right.
All right. What else did Benny find on Pink Bike's front page today?
He talked about Revs closing down. I haven't done. It's very sad. Revolution Bike Park is closing down. That's Benny's. That's really the end of Benny's list. But it's a great topic. It's obviously, to anyone who's ever been to Revolution Bike Park, it's a fantastic spot, and it's always sad to see places like that close down, because you know how much work goes in, how much they're always a passion project. So yeah, I don't know much about it.
And if you've got any, I don't really know what the word is, any sort of, you want any evidence, look at the faces of those two blokes telling you that it's shutting down. Fucking emotional.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Yeah, imagine how long you worked.
You can see.
To make it happen. Yeah.
You can see the work and the love in those guys' eyes. James is struggling to hold back the tears, bless him. So, yeah, big shout out to the Revs crew. I messaged a bunch of them actually after I saw that video, like a lot of people probably did.
Can you summarise why it's closing down?
It's like a disease in the trees by the looks of things, which means that the trees have got to be felled. I guess the risk is that branches and stuff and trees fall down while you're riding bikes, and it does sound like there's no other option. I think if there was another option, those guys would have explored it. It looks like they've tried everything to keep that thing open, obviously. So it's a real shame, man. I mean, there's a lot of that going on. I've got a friend who's a tree surgeon,
Ash Dieback.
But that's not what this is it? It's different.
Yeah, this is different, because I remember him talking about cleaning tyres before.
Right.
I don't know what this. I don't know.
Ash dieback's crazy, man.
Yeah, isn't it?
My friend was telling me about it. Basically, most ash trees have got to come down around the UK.
Yeah.
And he showed me on a map how you can see how it's spread across almost.
Absolutely,
and you can
crazy,
see how it's come across.
I mean, those.
And it's really impressive because he can I remember been driving with him. Maybe it was actually just after I'd had my accident, so it had been last year. And we're just driving. He's like, that tree got to come down. Driving along. Yeah, that tree's got to come down. Driving along. You can tell that it's got it. Mad.
And
really impressive.
And it makes
I don't know how,
because it's from the middle of the tree, so it's structural. It makes them impossible to climb. They become like brittle and horrible. So that's why those machines. Have you ever seen the machine? It's like a crane with a saw built in. Okay. They're amazing things. They're fucking cool. If you like machinery and that, they're right up your street. I did a cross country ride just so I could go and look at one. Found out where they were kept. Okay. Went and looked at it like a child. But they are fucking amazing. They like measure the weight. They grab hold of the tree. They have a saw that comes in, grabs it. You calculate the amount that you can pull off with the crane. Right. It's fucking cool. But they're basically for ash dieback. It's insane.
Right.
Yeah? Because trees become
super
so
sad,
unstable.
man. I think it's a worry. In a way, is it a worry for everyone who mountain bikes? In a weird kind of way, because if that's happening everywhere, then
it's a pandemic, isn't it? Is that is it classified as a pandemic? I think it is. Yeah, I think it's a global disease of trees. You only have to see in Madeira. It's fucking crazy. Loads of I can't remember which tree it is, but it looks like there's forest fires. These trees are just like black. It's like a bark condition.
Really?
Yeah. You see whole bits of forest just taken out in Madeira from it. Yeah.
Wow.
Nuts. Yeah. Crazy, very fine balance nature, isn't it?
Very fine balance, yeah. That's great. Yeah, sucks to hear it. Pass on all love from the companionship and whatever to James and the team over at Revs.
They're lovely chaps. Yeah, gutted for them. Really, really sad to see it go. I'm sure you'll fall on your feet. Bikes are booming. Yeah. I'm sure you guys sort it out. You got some really unique experience and knowledge. So yeah, best of luck to the whole crew.
The team there for sure. Yeah, for sure. All right. What else? Should we just do some listener questions?
Let's do listener questions and wrap it up. Let's wrap it up. There's sun in the sky.
Yeah.
I think we've
exactly.
I've had a lovely catch up with you.
Done our bit.
We're getting a guest on next week. Quite exciting. Hopefully the guest happens next week.
Yep. All right. We're gonna go to some. I've got the hotline open.
Okay, here we go.
Ready to go on the hotline?
Right, I'm there.
So, first one. I've sent it to you. Have you got it?
I've got it. I'm ready to press play.
Okay. Ready?
Ready and play.
Go.
Hello. So, okay, here's my question. When you watch the downhill, there's certain rocks and routes that are spray painted orange, which just seems like madness because the rest of the track is horrendous. There's loads of rocks and routes to look out for. So, why are some rocks and routes painted?
That is a very, very good question.
Oh man, that's like the whistle again, all over again, isn't it? The downhill whistle.
Big up, yeah, absolutely. Well done, Olivia, for that question. That's fantastic. That's at Olivia the engineer. Is that correct?
Yeah. Olivia the engineer. That's correct. Yeah. Shout out tier 1 listener.
I have no idea. Are they ones that just get flagged by riders and then sprayed up? I mean, she's so right. There's so many hazards.
Yeah, that is I don't know. I mean, usually in a normal woodland, you'd spray something orange or whatever because it's going to get felled.
Yeah.
So whether it's like, is it an indicator to the trail diggers, like take this out or remove this? I don't know. Or is it
maybe it's just ones that
draw
are
your eyes to it?
Yeah, that draws right. Maybe they're ones that lack visibility. I don't know. I've never sprayed. We would have to find a person that has sprayed a rock or a route themselves. Interesting, we got a bit of experience from those street races. Actually, it's funny. Certain like walls or sections, people will classify as dangerous, and then like we'll go through woods, for instance, and you're flying through loads of trees, and no one mentions anything. So I find that really interesting as well. We've thought about that loads because we have to mark up like handrails because they might be close to your hands. But then if you imagine going through trees, you don't ever have a tree marked up. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
It must just be a vision thing.
Yeah, it must be. How interesting.
Great question, though, yeah.
Great question. I don't have an answer. You've stumped me, that's for sure. I have no clue.
I don't have an answer.
Because oftentimes, if it's not even really a thing, it's just like, oh, that's orange, cool.
I was actually thinking about hazards today. I was thinking about that. Like, my view of a track is built up of hazards. So there's like, I know that there's a route that I need to stay right of on a track. That's almost spray painted orange in my brain, but it's not in real life. You see what I mean?
Yeah. I do see what you mean. It's just you know about it.
Yeah.
All right, next one. No idea. Comment below.
Help us out.
We have no clue. I just sent you the next one.
Excellent. I'm ready to go.
You see the back of a car, yeah?
Yeah, see the back of a car.
Okay, 1 sec. I'm just making a note of the time. I'll not have to do this in the future. It's going to be amazing. Okay, ready? Go.
Hey guys, have you ever been kidnapped?
Oh, mate, he's brilliant. I'm glad we've got a Tim segment on the show. Fantastic.
I am.
Every week.
I'm glad as well.
Fantastic.
That is good.
Hey, I tell you what.
Okay.
It's going to seem like
great.
I'm just going all out on the sort of Mexican street races thing, but in Colombia, when I did a street race, we went through 5 different gang areas, and each of the 5 different gangs had to be paid off, or paid off, yeah. Kind of to not kidnap us. So as much as I haven't been kidnapped...
Oh my God. Dude, you're not selling this idea now. You can't start saying stuff like this.
You've already agreed, so I don't give a shit, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, so I actually... And also, yeah, whilst I was in Colombia, there was a grenade attack, and we heard machine guns being fired. Just in case you wanted to know. Yeah, there was a grenade attack.
Someone
died.
like, hey, where are the tacos?
Tacos, peace. Tourism.
Just filming stuff.
But yeah, we did actually have to have we had to be paid off, which is mad, isn't it? So no, I've never been kidnapped. I've never been close. Have you, Davey?
No, not that I can remember. I mean, it's something that you probably would remember.
Yeah.
I've lived a pretty crazy life, at times and whatnot. But I think the kidnapping, I remember, and I can't think of a time that I've been kidnapped or anything like a kidnapping.
Glad, dude. I'm glad.
Yeah, me too, actually. I think the fact that it's a no
It'd be horrible.
Is a good thing.
I thought about kidnapping the other day. I'll be honest. My grandma's in hospital. She had rings stolen off her fingers. And it's hard to not...
In hospital?
In hospital, she had rings stolen off her fingers. It's hard to not feel bad thoughts. And bad thoughts don't make you feel good. But I thought, what...
Jesus.
Would I... Obviously, violence comes to mind if you found out who it was. I don't like that sort of stuff. It never ends up making you feel good in the long run. Kidnapping, however... I'm not mad at the idea of kidnapping someone. A couple of zip ties, a little bit of nudity, and the great outdoors. And I feel like I could add a lasting impression on someone's...
rectum. No.
I find stuff like that so sad. Like, oh, man. I try all my might to find an angle where I'm not, feeling... hatred towards them, but it's too difficult. And maybe just a good drive into the woods in the back of a mule, if you found out who it was.
Terrifying.
Might do someone a bit. Yeah, it would be terrifying, wouldn't it? But I've now talked about it, so I'm never going to be able to do it. I've talked about it on a podcast with you and everyone else, and now I'm not ever going to be able to do it because it would be incriminating. But just saying, if you fucking nick rings off my grandma's fingers, something's going to happen. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, mate, yeah, that's awful. Sorry to hear that. It's really sad.
Kidnapping. We're going with kidnapping.
Might have to be.
I've opened up too much there.
Yeah. Okay, I've got another one. Okay, so there's an image, which I'll send you right now. And then there's a voice note. I don't know if they're attached. I don't know if they're the same thing. So I'm going to go for the voice note right now. I'll play it down here.
Okay, I've got the image. There we go.
Hello there, gentlemen. I don't know if this is going to bring the tone of the conversation down, although I don't know where exactly it stands at the moment. But on the topic of Ollie being a sheath cleaner dressed up in his finest salesman suit, I can't help but think of him and the catchphrase, "Trust me, this one's a stinker," seems to be appropriate. And while we're down here on the topic, over here in Finland, there's a category of kitchen appliances you can get from a brand with the name Smeg, which never fails to crack me up whenever I'm in the shops and I see that you can buy yourself a nice Smeg toaster or a Smeg fridge or a Smeg blender. Make of that information what you will, and keep up the good work, fellas. Ciao for now.
Hey, funnily enough, I'm no stranger to the Smeg range. I've never thought of getting a Smeg blender because that's just the wrong order of words. But I have looked into Smeg fridges because they look cool.
We've got.
You got a Smeg
fridge?
Yeah,
they do look cool. No, we couldn't afford the Smeg version, but Swan do a range which is almost identical.
I mean, much nicer name, let's be honest.
Much nicer name. You can get away, but the Smeg fridge...
I wonder if they call it Swan Smeg. Because obviously they've taken the design. You've bought it because it looks like a Smeg fridge, so it might be Swan Smeg.
Swan Smeg, yeah. I hate that word, dude. Smeg. It's horrible.
That's gross, isn't it?
Let's move on.
What a great word.
That's disgusting.
Thanks for... Yeah, I didn't realise it was Finnish. No wonder it's cool, eh?
I didn't realise Finnish. Yeah, no wonder it's no wonder you want to own it. So we got one here, but it says that. Hang on. I just said it. Oh no, it will forward. Sorry. Thank you everyone for the submissions on the hotline. By the way, it's nice to turn this thing on, and it's just like there's a bunch of stuff in here which we've not opened yet either, so we can keep those.
Who was that last one from?
So, I'm not sure. We just got a phone number, which was I'm not really out.
Big up our Finnish list companion. Appreciate it.
Yeah, big up the Finnish companionship.
This one's a stinker.
This one's a stinker. Okay, I'm going to leave a few of them up in red. You should have got that one through now. Have you got it?
I have.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're at 136. Okay, ready?
3, 2, 1.
How you doing, guys? You right? It's Mark here from Suffolk. I've got a question, and I'm pretty certain you're going to be able to help us out. So, me and the local lads down the local bike park have this constant battle of whether this is true or not. I believe when you pull the back brake, the front wheel drops in mid-air, like mid doing a jump. They don't think that that's right at all. They reckon it's a load of crap. I think otherwise. What do you guys reckon? Oh yeah, that's me ride.
Okay, David, you want to answer this? You got...
Yeah, you hit the back brake in the air. It's something to do with centrifugal force that I will not understand. But imagine something going really, really fast, going forwards. You stop it, and then the front wheel drops down. That's the best way to explain it.
All you have to do is look at a motorbike.
Watch any dirt bike rider.
Yeah, exactly. Mark, you bang on, dude. It does work.
Yeah, you bang on. You use the front. You use the gas, and you use the rear brake to angle the bike in the air. We don't have the ability on a mountain bike to bring the front back up like you would do on a motorcycle. Yeah. Can you, if you pedal in midair, does it bring the front wheel
theory
up?
It would, but it doesn't feel like it, does it? I mean, certainly the back brake feeling is much less apparent on a mountain bike because the chain isn't as heavy, the tyre isn't as heavy. It doesn't feel as much, does it? Would you agree?
No. But
you can.
I agree. It's a horrible habit that I have though, because I use it a lot in the air.
Yeah, people get it as a habit. I love that feeling. Yeah. I couldn't believe it. When I was a kid, I couldn't believe how much difference it made being able to do that. We rode at one track, it was called Reading Supercross, and it wasn't a Supercross track, but it was kind of Supercrossy and it had steeper jumps. And just learning to back brake to get the front down was massively helpful.
On a mountain bike.
Yeah.
A motorcycle, yeah.
Yeah, that.
It's huge. It's huge.
And you watch people who are good at it. It's really quite an impressive skill on a dirt bike.
It is.
But on a mountain bike, I don't know. Also, there's that kind of, hey, try pulling the front brake and see what happens. Actually, don't do that. This is bad. Yeah, don't pull the front brake and see what happens. I take that back. It's amazing though how much it highlights how much of a centrifugal effect that your wheels have in the air, because it can make the bike completely unstable if you pull on your front brake, even off the smallest of obstacles. Very interesting.
Also, I just want to... There's a few questions here. Mark, simply, you and your mates find a half decent sized jump and try it. How can you be proved wrong? It works. It happens.
I think you're right, but it's got me second guessing now. Like, I know it does on a dirt bike, but like...
It 100% works on a mountain bike.
It? Why don't you do a no-footer and pull on the back brake? Then it'll be apparent. You know what I mean?
True.
Less body effect, then you'll see.
I mean, I feel, okay, you always make me second guess things. I'm confident. No, I know it works. Yeah. I do it because it's an annoying habit that I've got. I've got that annoying habit where I do, like, especially sometimes dirt jumping, which is bad, dude, and I hate that I've done it. I hate even that I'm saying it. But sometimes on a dirt jump, I'll pull up, pull back, and sort of like lean over the front and then hit the back brake and just nose it back in.
I think. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Wait till you see it.
I pull on the back brake when I'm looping.
Not as easy as it sounds.
I pull on the back brake when I'm looping out of a flip. Definitely.
Oh, you've just reminded me of something. So, I need your advice, actually.
Go on.
So I went to my friend's house the other day for a cup of tea or a coffee, and he goes, "You up for a challenge?" So I said, "Yeah." He goes, "I've always wanted to land a flip to dirt, and I've never done one." And I was like, "Mate, I've never done a flip to dirt either. I've never done a flip to resi." So, what are your tips, dude? Because we're going to go on a 2-day journey. We're going to go skate park. So it's going to be foam pit, resi.
So
back
good,
again the
dude.
next day.
So
resi,
good.
dirt.
Amazing. Hyped for
2
you.
days. Can you learn a flip in 2 days? Is it possible?
Absolutely. But you're going to have to want it. You want it though, right?
I think so, yeah. I've never done one. It's always been that thing that, like, I've done a few into a foam pit before, but I'm not very athletic.
No?
I get confused once I'm upside down. Like a flip on a trampoline, it's hard for me. Like, I'm not good at that stuff. I cork. Like a flip into a swimming pool, I always cork.
Yeah. I would say just make rules and just stick by them. It's very important you work it out on your own anyway. But it is what you think it is, a flip. It's not an arm thing, it's like a legs. It is what you think it is. You'll get it very quickly in a foam pit, I feel confident. And then I feel like you will take it to resi and you will get it quickly. And I think people have a habit of saying they're very easy, but they're very easy on the right jump flips. They're not necessarily that easy. It always looks easy, doesn't it? But I don't know. I think I have full faith that you'll be able to get it in 2 days. You're not going to try and do it on anything. But yeah, I think you got it, dude. Okay. And I think just being interested in bikes, the amount of flips you've watched, it's impossible to not take on board what that is. I can send you my first flip if you want.
What, first ever?
Yeah. I can send you my first flip that I did into... So there weren't foam pits when I did it, so...
Okay.
I can send it to you right now.
Please. We had a friend who... My friend who asked me to go and do it, Jordan, he went with someone else once to go and do it. And our friend who ended up doing it did it in 3 jumps. He went foam pit, perfect. Resi, perfect. This is at Corby when they had the dirt jumps outside. Straight out to the dirt jumps. Perfect.
That is incredible.
Never done.
But that's a very acrobatic
never done one else.
person.
Never done it again. Never done it again.
Gee, yeah.
Peaced out.
Wow.
Cool that. And he was like, he goes, I was literally still putting my knee pads on, like,
That's
ready
incredible.
to have a go, and he just banged them out.
Right, so I've just sent you the video. This is my first flip attempt, and it's quite good to watch it because it tells you what not to do.
Okay, perfect. Where have you sent
Bar
it?
shagging doesn't make the rotation go quickly, despite it feeling like it might. You want to get that bum and you want to hover it above the seat. Yeah?
Alright, I see. Yeah. So that's your first ever attempt.
It's my first ever attempt at a flip. Imagine if I'd done that
Did you used to be 8 foot tall?
No, it's on a 16-inch wheel or 14-inch wheel bike.
Okay, we'll put this in there.
It's quite interesting, isn't it?
That's not bad, man. That's just into a canal.
Yeah, into a canal. That was my first ever one, though. Look at the ramp as well.
Yeah.
Can you see how the ramp moves? I mean, I have not a clue what I'm doing. That is just a hardcore bar.
It's worked out all right, though, dude, hasn't it? It's worked out okay.
After that, I then took it to dirt. So I clearly felt ready.
After that?
Yeah. Yeah, after that,
still
it came
with wet
dirt,
jeans.
and I'm still here, so...
Alright, well, I'm excited. Thankfully now we have skate parks and resi ramps and all that sort of stuff.
Absolutely,
so yeah, I'm going to be heading down to the asylum to try and do a flip to dirt.
Oh, mate, hyped for you. I'd love to see that. That's wicked.
And I'll try and... I'm going to try and make a little... Yeah, I'll document it anyway.
Yeah.
day 1, day 2 sort of vibe.
For sure.
Let's ping through a few listener questions because we are deep in on this episode already, aren't we? We're deep in the weeds. I know. We're going to do 3 listener questions. How about that?
Yeah. Done.
Because, okay. Here we go. Lewis Craik, theme parks, dope or nope?
Theme parks. I used to love Fright Night. When I say I used to love, I've been there once. Theme parks to me are great fun. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd like to have children and go to Disneyland. What are your thoughts about theme parks?
It used to be dope. Got a bit older. Girl lost her legs at Alton Towers. That put me off probably a little bit.
What? Someone
you
knew?
That girl who lost. No, not at all. But she got crushed. Unfortunately, sorry to hear. Sorry about that. If you're listening to this, I was insensitive. But yeah, there was that accident at Alton Towers that put me off.
Fuck, I've never heard that.
You just know you're going to get absolutely taken for a ride, literally all day. You go on the ride, you get off the ride, and you're getting ridden for a bottle of water, which is £8. You're getting ridden for food. You're getting ridden for the entry in. You know what? My brother's just gone to Florida. He's there right now, and he was telling me it's $300. I think it is a day to get into Disneyland.
Is it really?
Yeah,
a day.
Yeah, and at the moment they got Halloween thing on in the evening. So the park shuts at 7, opens back up at 8 till 1. Then it's another $170. I think he said to get into that.
Can you do speedy boarding? I'd do that. I think if I was going to go, it's not like you're going to go often, is it?
No, not for us. You're right. We'd be like, I'm only here once. Speedy boarding. Yeah, but still, $300. It's a lot.
A lot of money, dude. A lot of money to spend so frivolently. It's not. Yeah, exactly. Each one. The kids must be cheaper, right? Maybe not. They're kind of the main event, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think a theme park. I think is like. I like the idea of it. It's like pure leisure, isn't it? Maybe not. Maybe I don't like theme parks. Now you've
nice
got me
weather,
thinking,
I guess.
dude.
You might. Yeah, I mean, life feels like a ride most of the time, right? I don't think I need that adrenaline rush all the time. Just jump on the bike.
Life's a fucking ride. Welcome to the ride companion.
Life's a fucking ride. Life rips. Life's a ride.
Yeah, that's the next one.
At Johnny MCC, having my annual Rampage barbecue on Friday. How are you guys going to be watching?
Shit, yeah, it's Friday, isn't it? I don't actually know. I think I'm probably personally going to go to MB. How about you?
Ooh, nice. They're doing a nice thing there, aren't they?
I guess so.
Q&A
I haven't
with you
spoken to them, but I guess so, yeah.
How about me? I don't know. It depends what time it is on Friday. Obviously, most of you... It's going to be in the evening, isn't it? So I'll grab try and get some of the local crew together, I reckon.
Nice.
Sit and watch it, hang out, a few beers, a few days, that sort of thing.
Eventually, when we get a studio, we can have open days for things like this. It'd be so fun.
100%. We can do we can record. We can grab people in and out of the hot seat.
Oh, brilliant!
It'd be a real shit show.
Real shit show.
Real hard to listen to. Be fun if you're there.
Yeah.
Okay. Last question. 2-1 racing. This is a good one actually. If you could have a live TRC show, where's the location and why?
Woo, mate. Where would you say? Great question. Bali.
I'm not too sure though. Yeah. I'm not too sure though about the live thing. I mean, obviously it would be fun to do. I don't know how this whole dynamic would work with an audience, with it being, whatever. I don't know. The live thing was obviously something we spoke about ages ago. Could we do something? It was funny. I was just at that show at the weekend, and a previous guest on the show, Tim Warwood, was doing it's like a quiz sort of thing on the stage. It's kind of goofy. I can't remember what he called it. It was funny. Yeah. And the guy, Darren, who I do sax with, was like, this could be you and Ollie one day. And I was like, I don't think so, dude. I don't think this is me. I don't think I could be up there in a shiny suit and a dicky bow doing a quiz.
No, I think it's such a skill and one that I don't necessarily personally have. I don't know. Scares me.
I'm not sure I have it. Yeah. I think if all of our listeners were sat in front of us right now, I'd not feel as comfortable as weird. We will do in a studio or doing it like this.
Yeah.
But where I'd go actually I've had a change of heart. I'd go Freeride Madeira, because we'd link it together with a bunch of biking, and then it'd be a live show in the evening. Fantastic. And it'd be nice weather. and there'd be a lovely food.
Fantastic idea.
Probably. Yeah, nice hotel.
All right, yeah.
In a hot tub.
I'm still thinking on mine. It's a really good. I don't necessarily have aspirations for it. I think that's why I like. Don't I like? Okay, I'm gonna go boring. I'm gonna reveal our dreams anyway, which is to have a studio. And I think there wouldn't be anything better than having a studio and then having like a few people over and then having a party afterwards. That would be really fun, and like calling people in and out. Yeah, the studio thing, I know we're banging on about it, but it'd be a lot of fun, I think. So, yeah. It
is going to be fun, isn't it?
Yeah. There we go, great question. And what a great episode, and what a lovely way to finish another fantastic episode.
Yeah, big up everyone for listening again. If you are watching, listening, just shoot us a like, comment below. It all helps like so much. You wouldn't know how much it really helps. Unsubscribe, subscribe again. The homework's deep. You know what to do. We really appreciate you for doing any element of it.
And I hope everyone's hyped that I've got Davey one step closer to being kidnapped. He's coming to Mexico. Brilliant. Davey's going to Mexico.
Great. Now I'm hyped. It's really good. Shout out to sponsors for this show, Sax and Urban Surfer as well. We've already talked about that, and also I can't remember the other one. There'll be another one. Can't remember who it is. We'll figure it out. So, yeah, Christmas ride.
Buy coffee.
Details
buy
below.
Tickets.
Bye.
Harry Krishna.
Keep
Thanks
buying.
for being here. You're the best. Peace.
Peace. So here we are at the end of the podcast, and we would love to keep in touch with you. So don't forget, follow The Ride Companion on Instagram. It's at The Ride Companion. If you just want to follow Ollie, it's at OW_23. And of course, here are some clips that we think you might like. And up there, you can subscribe to the channel. We'd appreciate it. We appreciate you. Thanks for watching or listening. Have a great one. Peace.